again, let me put this down. Even my volume's probably too high at the moment. But really quick, let's get into starting off with really where everyone needs to go to begin with, which is go to harmonictrader.com. And this is the real starting point for, I think, everybody that's new, anybody that needs more information, is you want to go to harmonictrader.com. And I'm going to walk you through how to get access to Harmonic pattern collection for TradingView for free trial for a few weeks, and why it's really important for everybody to start with the free trial and get accustomed to what we're doing here. Watch our sessions, review what we're doing, in that material. Go back to old material. Go to stuff from a year ago. There's a ton of information and plenty to get started for free. That's what you want to do. Now, let's go to Bitcoin again. And where I wanted to start for today is something that I mentioned in our gold members session on Tuesday and happened really quick. I've also mentioned this in the past sessions of where we are relative to the all-time high. And simply, we just got a 618 rejection, folks. That's all that was in the last couple of days. Look, your 618 was there. This is, as I've said before, it's forming a B point. Yeah, there's a setup video, and it comes with everything. The videos and everything come with the free trial, and it's all in that on that page. I'll get to that in a second. But really, Bitcoin leading the pack, and on everybody's mind. So you're developing some kind of B point. And I said this at the beginning of the week and alluded to it last week of needing some kind of a C point if we're going to get some kind of formation where we get a W structure. That B point at the 618, all right, and then we get a 382 pullback, and look what happened. The whole 382 reaction happened in that instant. So it's something where it's another strange structure, but it's definitely, I think, absolutely, the beginning of kind of that formation. Let me check the website on Harmonic Trader. I know it's been slow, folks. I don't know why. I'm looking into it, but it is really slow. So if you have a problem getting to harmonictrader.com, and I currently do, come back to that in a few moments. I'm going to check on that. It's been an issue. I had an issue about 2 weeks ago, and it's been slow ever since. Check out the 382 though at W formation, and this is what I really want to get to on a 4-hour chart. And why is it such a deal? Because again, here it was breaking it down. The 618 that we had talked about was the top range of this whole reaction move that started back in the end of July. So I said this also, that the numbers for that zone were actually lower. Were 44 to 47, but a reaction up to 618, not a surprise. So here's the thing that I want everyone to consider this from a framework perspective of why this is really just reactionary more than anything else. It's indicative of the nature of crypto. It just, we get these kind of hard reactions with, just a kind of an overstated move when you have these type of pivot points setting up. It actually reminds me of a lot of times when you get those strong 1618 reactions. You get a big 1618, and we did have a few measurements, but I mean, I'm talking like some kind of 1618 that's trending, and you get a quick reaction. Much like, look, this is really the type of reaction that I'm referring to, and this last 1618 that happened to Bitcoin back in February, You came up, hit the zone, some type of reaction. That went a little bit higher, but we're not surprised when we see that hit the number, pivot, and come right back. So it's got all the markings of reaction. The other aspect of this, let's get there. Okay. So here on the 4-hour chart, this is a Coinbase feed. We do have kind of a sloppy bullish bat pattern, but you do have a formation. You do have some prior patterns here, and I'm not, again, this is like more like a one-day event than anything else. And as we said last week, where are we looking for this whole thing to go? Because we had these beautiful bullish patterns that started it. Those are auto-generated. Now, as I said last week, and I'm going to continue to stick with it, is that let's just assume we're going to rock up to an all-time ABCD. Looks like this. And that would serve as a really fantastic target. I could take off that magnet. Go off that last low where the secondary bat completed up to your 1618. Maybe just a touch higher. That's about 87, 88,000. And that's what I'm going to stick with. Again, the full ABCD still has to take effect, but you do have maybe the early stages trying to give us some kind of crab formation. It's going to take time, but we're looking for the development of the W structure and then take us, grind it. Okay. We've been here before. This happened back in May and July. Pretty hard washout, no doubt, but again, no follow through. The other aspect here is we're reaching some extremes pretty soon. All of that is, kind of building for this, just letting a lot of air out of the tire at once and then go from there. Let's stay on that. The other one that I want to take a look at was Ethereum, because we came within a shy of this 886 all time. And the thing we did have up there was a bearish HSI. I know everyone with the software, this is something we were talking about as well last week and the beginning of this week. The thing that's real constructive, again, Ethereum, hard reaction, but not too worried about that, is we have a M formation. Okay, it sets up simple reaction, let it come down. We're about to register on the oversold on HSI. I mean, this is a gift. Come on down here. Let's get some brightness on these arrows. And just another nice correction setting up in crypto where once we trigger HSI, once these come a little bit more oversold, we're going to be in a good spot. I mean, really good spot. Deep crab on the 12-hour. I kind of like that as a longer term time frame. That's not a bad idea to look at time frames like that. Someone suggesting, saying that it's look at the 12-hour. Absolutely. The daily, though, I think is giving us definitive signals, and we're about to get one. I mean, we're pretty deep. It's remarkably deep on HSI. Last time we were this oversold on HSI, and HSI is, by the way, Harmonic Strength Index. It's our proprietary indicator, much like relative strength, but a whole lot of harmonic measurements into it to smooth it out and to give us clear signals. And we're about to get another one. We are in the oversold, and we just need one day pivot out. The other thing that seems to be shaping up on Ethereum, where I'm going to get back to the longer term numbers in a second, but if we're looking at this to do a breakout, kind of give us some kind of, can we get some kind of W formation? Well, now we can. There's going to be our W midpoint, and that's going to be closer to the 886. It felt just shy. Now we're going to come back and let's look at a 382. That's essentially what we hit, and then we do a deep crab. A deep crab goes 1618, something like that. That's kind of the construction that we want to see into this next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let that be your B point. Thanks, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate everyone here. Again, we do this really casually every Friday afternoon, 1:30, depending on how my days go. I try to get it in once a week, and I'll take you guys over at the end, show you how to get set up with everything. So a couple more. Let's look at Solana and a few of the ones that have been rocketing. Solana, gotten questions on this. What do you do? Because here was another one that probably the best of the lot. Maybe Hex is probably better, and you guys can. I don't know why it's funny because everyone trashes that, but that thing keeps going up. It's kind of like Doge. But here was what we were looking at Solana at basically a 1618, and it just exploded. And that's where, again, looking at these W formations, trying to draw them out, gives you a framework for what is possible, and then use that as your minimum. And if we explode through it, okay, it's going to be pretty demonstrative like this is. What do you do with it now? Well, look at this. Just break it down to like a 1 hour or a 30-minute. Why? Because you're assuming that every day, you're on a continuation move. So let's look for, say, ABCDs like this is showing. Right now we have in Solana, really nice deep crab. This is a 30-minute. So again, the best strategy here is wait for these corrective patterns to develop. Look at them in the 1-2 framework and gun for those to absolutely blow through. What you're looking for is get into this area between XA and HOP. That's our execution area. And we'll target, typically we're only going for target 1. But on a lot of these moves with crypto, they've been overshooting to target 2. And then how do you capture that bigger move? That will absolutely just blow on through as you get there. And so if you see dramatic acceleration through 185, 187, that's how we recognize it. One suggestion is maybe take partial profit, no matter what, limit order at target 2. Can I show you how to notice edges? There's a question here. The edge that I do, and look at a lot of the prior videos, but we're operating off of the patterns. And let me just real quick, I'll go to our screener, and I've talked about this in the past, but the screener is the other way where I'm just rifling through large amounts of data, large lists of markets, and then honing it down and breaking down those patterns and those situations. And here's the screener page that I run. Let me bring this over here. So let me remove this one. And I'm going through these. I've done this before, where I'm looking for the larger patterns, and then here's the bars section. I just say, okay, we're looking for those patterns that are, have least number of bars, that have completed usually within 30, 50 bars. These are a 5-minute pattern, but let me go to, didn't want to get into the screener today, but let me just show like a 1 minute, because you're going to get more matches on obviously smaller time frames, but that's how we're sorting through. Again, this is why I offer the free trial to everybody for 2 weeks, so there's plenty of time. Take advantage of what's there, get familiar with everything. There's a lot, no doubt, there's a lot going on here, but everyone that is here, knows what we've been doing lately. And so here is one individual issue. This is outside the crypto space, but this is something that I've been really blasting about. It's global satellite. This has been a big mover for us. Let me fix our colors. Came out not really good there. And so GSAT, we're still on it. I've really been long. We'll stay long this position, and I'll show you some of the patterns of why. And so it's actually accelerating right now. Let me get the. Don't know why all of a sudden my screen changed. Okay. Let me do it this way. All right, now let me save that. That's a little better. Okay. So GSAT was on a daily basis. We've been talking about some large patterns since June on this one on the 4 hour actually. There you go. So I posted these patterns back, the bat, and there was a couple other ones. We also talked about the monthly dynamic that's going on. There's a lot of retest. This is AMC, folks. Remember AMC? We've been way in front of AMC. Go back through my Twitter feed. You'll see what we talked about on AMC at 250. Maybe not as extreme as AMC, but this one's got all the things now where it is realizing our minimum scenario, which was go up to the 886, complete the bat pattern, and now we see, we're Friday. It's almost 2 o'clock. This is a very important weekly close, daily close. Check this out on the here on the weekly. Okay. Looking for a close above the 886. Yes, this is a weekly bat formation, a bearish bat, no doubt, and I'm paying close attention to it. Okay, but here's the thing that if I just trace that one out, 886 is basically 273, 275, like that. But the breakout gap and a lot of the things that are behind this give this a lot of potential to go higher. I'm still seeing whether or not this is going to explode into the close today and into next week. We've got that, there is a news event of potential announcement. Let's see what happens. But this is one, again, you take this back on the monthly, and it's more like this. You go back and really beginning to challenge this. Okay. You're gonna form a larger bat pattern. Sorry here. Let me give you the M formation. And that's really the framework you simply want to follow. Can we get a W? Yes, we got a real nice W formation that formed down here, and secondary bottom, been bottoming for years. Now we've got some serious construction. So we're either going to break out, bust the B now or next week and shoot the 886, or take a little more time. But a lot of things are there that suggest this has strength. Final piece of this, take a look at our indicators on the daily. We are expanding. So this is amplified RSI. This is another proprietary indicator on the Harmonic Pattern Collection platform. Let me do one thing here. Let me fix this. Yeah, it's a little bit better. All right, save that layout. So this is the thing for everyone that is on this position, this company, and a lot of you are. We want to follow what happens. Can we break out and expand in the overbought? It looks like it wants to. That will take you into next week. It's kind of like this. Check it out this way. The overbought, and it's a rare move, but let's look for this. It's actually forming kind of a W formation where it'll go back and expand in that extreme. That tells you it's still going to go up. So there's a lot of interesting things here, and I want to stay with this. I've said all along 450 was a really solid target, and that's one of a few of them. Yeah, SQQ is the other one. How far can Ray go? All right, I'll look at Ray. So really quick, that's the update for that. I know a lot of you were asking me, and I wanted to get to that. Stay with it. We'll come back at next week. Here's your radium. I've been watching that. Here's Ray. That's Ray. There's radium. What is that? I mean, is that thing going to break out? I have no idea what radium is. You're saying it's the best staking exchange? I know it came on Coinbase, and I'll share with everybody that, lately I've just been looking at the new stuff that comes on Coinbase, let it wash out, and then take a look. That's what a lot of these did back in August. This was one of them that did that. It's look, crypto's really tough. It's easy to get caught up and, not and think that you're going to miss an opportunity. And then we get a day like we had on Tuesday where it just kind of is a nut kicker. But gives you the opportunity to get all those coins you wanted at higher prices at a discount. Keep that in mind. You're always going to get your own opportunity as long as you give it to yourself. So that's the way I feel about crypto. Be prepared to miss moves, but those that come your way, jump on them. Here's one for today, folks, that I posted. Here's Algo that's been running super hot. Yep. This is one of the projects that has a lot of great, I think, a lot of the good fundamentals. And I hate to talk about fundamentals, but this one's got, it's got technology behind it. It's got real resource versus someone like Doge. And so when I see this thing break out, which it is, all right, look, we're above the all-time high. It's kind of reminds me of like Solana, where we're starting to do another move, thrust, price discovery. So we've pulled back over 20%. And now on the 5-minute, look at what we have. A big bat pattern off the top. We've got another crab pattern. This is the kind of thing you want to look for. Do have a little bearish pattern that emerges, bearish bat, but consolidating in this larger area, that's what the patterns show me. I'll be looking, 180 to $2 generally. I think 190 is a pretty fair level to seriously look on this as a pullback. And then on the 4-hour or the hourly, look at what we've done. Annihilated that prior crab pattern. The hourly just triggered, I know that. Look, there's this small arrow pointing up. That's a bullish HSI. And I would start to look for, let this come down, but that's almost done. And let's wait for the return back up. Retest that 240 level. One of the things that is interesting here, you have another complex formation on amplified RSI. That is an M formation where, sure, you got overbought and it took a bunch of time. Now you came all the way back down. Now you're oversold. That green line means that you have completed a confirmation. This red line means it's gone on and you're starting to look for the return back up. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. One or two more. Okay. I do want to show the SQQ. This is the Ultra Pro short. And this is something else where we're looking for this. Okay. On the major level. It's on a daily. It's on a daily. Where was it? It's daily or weekly, maybe, and I think it was on the Hmm. It's on. Let me show you on Twitter. So for those of you, I'm on Twitter. Go check out. I post charts on there all the time, and I'll show you the SQQ chart because that's basically at 7:30. That area is where we want to be looking for. There's several of these patterns just completing on the daily. And what I think is going to happen, here it is, okay, is I'm looking for a pop reaction. I think the market's overdone at the moment. I think we need to, at least let out some air and let this and this is the SQQ. So this is the Ultra Pro short against the QQQ. That at a minimum, we're in the zone of a bullish crab pattern on the daily with another ABCD at the hop levels. Everything is at 735. So just be aware of that. Again, it's a follow-up, and I think good place to be looking, for a way to hedge the market. I don't see a heck of a lot of entries at the moment for long positions for current stocks unless it's special situations like GSAT or gold, or we talked about platinum before and a few others, lithium, a lot going on. All right, one or two more, folks. Let's get to, I'll take FTM. Although I can't even get access to that. I know that one's been running. Phantom 152. Yeah, again, can't do much here. On your daily, you have to just simply wait for pullbacks on hourly time frame. It's something you are oversold, so at least you're not chasing it up close to $2. You could start looking, but we need to see, again, you got to see this come down a little bit more. Here on your 4-hour, look at that. HSI is oversold, so you're getting close somewhere in this lower 150, maybe under 150. Let these things come back. I know that they're getting crazy. Even Solana was crazy, but it gave you several opportunities on these hourly 30-minute time frames to get in there. And I do think that we need to pay attention to Solanas and the algos and the polka dots and other ones like that. It seems to me that there's kind of a second tier of crypto that's emerging other than the top tier Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, obviously. But those are all 50, 100, $300 billion entities. What I'm talking about are cryptos that are 1, 3, 5 billion that are going to go to 20 or 30 billion market caps. Something to think about. So, folks, I'm going to leave it for that, just there for today. And next week we'll do more. I want everyone to go to harmonictrader.com if it ever pulls up, and I'll find out why my website's running so slowly. It has been. Again, I had an issue a couple days ago, and it's been since. So if you can get there, log into the basic members, and here you go. So go to the basic members page. If you're not a basic member, just click register now, enter your email. Once you go there, this is the place to start because everything here is free, the books, the videos, and the trial to the software. If you spend 2 weeks going through all of these materials, okay, download my books, go through all the books on your spare time, watch all of our presentations, okay, then you're able to have a jump start. After that 2 weeks, you know what you're doing. You understand what all of these lines mean and how to handle them. Let me look at GSAT. GSAT's going to be good. There's a few more that I'll cover next week, though. I appreciate it, guys. If you have any questions, the best place to reach me is harmonictrader@gmail.com. Other than that, come on back next Friday, and I'll see you then. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday. Go get them.